Hey guys, what's up? Will here, and today we are back inside of Doodle for the Doodle One Youth Doodle Tournament. Today we are joined with Chip and May. One of them will be eliminated and going home. The other one will stay in the tournament and move on to the quarterfinals. But before we get into the fight and see their teams, I just want to quickly say how this tournament works. Basically, each team, you can only use each Doodle in one slot. So if you use Draco Fred in your first team, you can't use it in any future teams, but you can only use it once. So you can't have two Draco Freds in one team. But yeah, now that we know that, let's go straight into the video. Okay, Draco Fred and Moss matchup. So May did switch out the lead, but Chip stayed with Draco Fred, which seems to be a good option, seeing as Moss is part plant. Moss does get switched out here for Spear Ice, which is going to be super effective against the Draco Fred. But Draco Fred sets up a Yarn Snare, but stays in to use Firebolt, which is super effective and gets a crit. Spear Ice does do some good damage though, but because of its stitching, Draco Fred restores a bit of health. If Draco Fred gets another crit and goes for another Firebolt, it will kill the Spear Ice here, but I don't think it will be able to kill it without a crit, even if it gets a high roll. Yeah, doesn't kill that. That leaves Spear Ice on one shot, and Draco Fred's also on one shot after that. I think they're both going to stay in because of how low on health they are. Yeah, they both do. Spear Ice is gone. Draco Fred does live with a little bit of health. Yeah, there's not really any point of switching out there, because it would just get one shot when something else comes out on it. Okay, Bunswell comes out. Misprint Classic Native Skin. Draco Fred does a lot of damage on the Bunswell and flinches it because that Draco Fred's faster. Oh, okay, never mind. The Bunswell does have fast food, which is priority, but it barely does any damage and dies to Draco Fred bite anyway. Is this going to be a Draco Fred sweep? Honestly, I think Lil Bob should be out right now. Not Monologue, but Monologue might be able to do something. Draco Fred gets switched out and sends in a pink tint Prickles. Very nice. Looks just like the Misprint. But yeah, I can see a little bit of green, so I don't think it is Misprint. Okay, Prickles uses Plant Sap. Another Plant Taffy. Taffies are amazing. Good job for using that. I'm actually proud of that. Restores all its health back. Yeah, I think Monologue was the main threat of that team. And it might be a GG here. Okay, sends out Scorpion. Okay, switches to Clangy Tang to resist it. And then Moss is sent out. Moss is going to be amazing against this Clang Tang. Not very effective, but it still does a lot of damage. Alright, he brings out Prickles on the Moss, which wasn't an amazing idea in the first place. I guess Plant would have been neutral. But yeah, now Scorpion's there. It's just not an amazing idea. Honestly, I think Pomabore should just be sent out because it's not weak to either of them. He's just switching between these two right now. He could send out Draco Fred, but I think he wants an easy switch in, which would mean he'd have to sacrifice something like Monologue. Not Monologue, Bold Duo. But yeah, this Moss isn't going to do too much. That Shadow does a lot of damage for it not being very effective. Alright, Scorpion's then sent back out. I didn't realize it before, but it's poison. Oh no, it was just poison from there that showed up earlier. Venomous Sting, slowly gonna chip away at it. Honestly, if that Prickles can do the same thing to the Moss, then that's gone. I don't know why the Lil Bulb wasn't sent out earlier. Could have saved his Monologue and just used the Lil Bulb to take out the Draco Fred. I guess he may have been scared of the Clangy Tang or Bold Duo. Speaking about that, actually, why is Clangy Tang and Bold Duo on the same team? Makes no sense to me. And Junipero with Prickles, just why? Right. Prickles manages to take out Scorpion. Lil Bob's finally sent out. Don't see why. Moss would be better here. Prickles is going to be super effective against the Lil Bob, but neutral against the Moss. But it does paralyze the Prickles. May might be able to get a bit of a comeback here. I did say might, because I don't think it's very likely. Moss is then sent out, but caught on the Yarn Snare, which lowers its attack. But Prickles is once again paralyzed. I would just be incredibly worried that Prickles is going to use Venomous Sting, as that is going to be 4 times super effective against the Moss. Prickles is still paralyzed. Okay. At least that. Not very effective, but slowly but surely it will be chipping away at Prickles. Except for when it dies, which it just has now because of Venomous Sting. Okay. Lil Bulb versus Prickles. Prickles uses Plant Sap and almost one-shots it. But it restores some health and is no longer trapped. So he could switch out if he wanted to, but I don't see why he would. Prickles uses Plant Sap and finishes it off. Chip wins. May is eliminated. Chip will be moving on to the quarterfinals. That match was not fair at all. But surprisingly, that wasn't even the strongest team we've seen. Chip's team was actually pretty average. But yeah, comment down below who you think is going to win this entire tournament. Until next time, goodbye guys.